Today we have a category of women called Cougars. And it's basically a mature woman, usually around 50, that is having young men, teenagers, probably in the under 25 category. We have Hulk Hogan wife that was trying the same thing. They call themselves Cougars. Well, I don't know if they're trying to equate or equal men's same thing that they did in the past. Here are two young people, they got married, and when they got old, for some reason the man went and got a young girl and put the wife out or whatever. So is it the same? Well, when the men were doing it, you take a young girl, take her away from a young man, maybe he would have a kid with her, maybe he's just fooling himself. But unless he marry her, and even if he marries her, they still have the young boys going. So, but the deal was that he might still have a kid with her, the older man might still have a kid, children with her, and she could still be doing things with the young boys, and maybe when he's dead or when they separate and go to separate ways, she'll have kids again with the young men. On the other hand, here with the older women now, Madonna and others, they're past childbearing age. And so this is a young man now who probably would want to have kids with somebody you married or you love, but there would be no kids, and they will say, yeah, I don't want no kids. But deep down, which young man doesn't want to have kids, and kids with his own DNA and genes? In other words, he got the woman pregnant. So what would happen though is that you would still be with this older woman who might be providing him with money and car and a place to stay. But then somewhere along the line he's going to hook with a young girl, or in his heart he still wants a young girl because he's going to have some of them to make some kids for him. She might not know, and the kid deal would go down. But is this good public policy for older people to taking up the attention of younger people? Well, the older man having kids with the younger girls, would the kids be strong? Would he have used all the drugs he can, alcohol, and sort of damage his DNA and so forth, so that when he makes kids with these young girls, would they tend to be, born with all kind of Down syndrome and all these other genetic problems, and they're kind of like stupid in schools? And so I know older women could have babies, but they have to go and start over that whole thing, menstruation, estrogen, whatever, fertility drugs, somebody else's egg, do it in a petri dish, and then put it up there and let it grow. But I'm not sure if it's the best thing for society. But on a note here, all civilization that have disappeared went through a certain path, and history is supposed to teach us, and people seem not to be paying much attention to history. But if a society needs to continue going, it needs to have kids being born that are strong. Young people at childbearing age should do the baby things and have, more than just two, because you don't want to just replace yourself. You have to grow more. So you have to either double or double and plus, whatever. But folks go, no, I just have one kid. Or we just have two. But there's a problem because, okay, people have their own rights and they choose what they want to do. But again, we need to look at the society. And then when they get old and they retire and there's no pension money because there aren't enough people that put into the pension, that's going to be a problem. So the Cougar thing, I hope that those who are trying it are happy. But as far as the younger person's own self fulfillment and achievement and so forth, there's that problem. And with the older men, of course, as I said earlier, might have genetic problems with kids, or kids that born kind of like stupid or something. So we need to make some decisions whether we want to hurt people or create problems. So you're not only having the cool things, you're having evil taking over, you have stupidity reigning, you have violence increasing, you have homes breaking up. We just move in real quick time to bring the civilizations to its knees. So as an individual, I need to look at my attitude and my activities and see whether is going to take the nation forward or take it backward or keep it stand still. And so let us all look at that. This action, yes, it might be pleasurable to me, but is it going to benefit the nation? I mean, ultimately, you can grow old and then you want to have a society in which you could grow old gracefully and be happy. You don't want people looking to knock you down with stones and etc., etc. So this Cougar thing, this phenomenon, I don't think it's anything new, but folks don't seem to have read and they don't understand that it might have happened in the past and its consequences and effects. So we're going back into stuff again, but good luck to all of them.